About 3 years ago, myself and Thinus, we were involved in cleaning up projects and then last year, December, he said to me, "Now let's sit and talk about how we can make a difference in Brakpan."
And then I approached Rian and I said, "Rian, listen, I want you as a partner. Please, I can't do this alone. Let's work together." So that's how we started the Clean Brakpan project, because we feel that our town is going behind. You know, the council is not cleaning our town. We want to take pride in our town.
Then we decided, this is what we want to do. We want to make a difference.
We've got a very close relationship. We work with the station commander, Brigadier Jonk, from SAPS. I'm involved with the CPF as well, so I'm the chairman for Brakpan CPF. About 2 years ago we started because Brigadier Jonk, his passion is to keep the town clean. And he didn't like the way the town looks. It's very dirty.
I've been here since 2002. It's like 22 years later. Everything has fallen to pieces.
So one of our stakeholders meetings, which we have every month, there was a lady from the Department of Correctional Services. She then suggested that she can get the pro-lease. So part of the pro-lease conditions is when they go on parole, they have to do community service. So then she then bring them to us. We then utilize them to clean the town. All we have to do is give them equipment and feed them for the day. And then they do their community service. So that's how we started cleaning the town. But in that, I in my personal capacity, I work and I go through a lot through Benoni, and Benoni started the clean project as well in Benoni. And I always see them everywhere, and I see, but they're doing good work. Why can't we do it? And eventually I got this idea, and I phoned a lady up from Clean Projects in Benoni to get more idea of how they work and how they can do it and how we can incorporate that into our town. And then I approached Rian and I said, "Rian, listen, I want you as a partner."
I'm involved with a lot of cleaning projects in the years, with the Freedom Front Plus as a PR councillor, CPF involved in the community safety. So when he approached me, it's a brilliant idea, because for the grass is long, it's about safety.
But that was when I knew we were supported. This was destiny. This was on a big scale. This has got to go big, and a big company like that saw what we were doing, and that's, yes, we buy into this.
We need to get back what we once had. That is the way that I see Clean Brakpan right now.
So to me, that was the light bulb moment where I knew this is protected by God. This is divine. This is blessed.
So when we started with this, it was small. It's now 4 months going, and the Clean Brakpan has grown. It's grown a lot. What we've achieved. A lot of people, when we first started, they said, "Can you maintain it? Will you be able to carry on?" 4 months later, like I said to you, 25 projects in 3 months.
Your value of your property goes down if it's not clean around the town. So we want all our values to go up, and we want our town to look neat.
When you walk down the street and you see the old lady coming up there, and she's in her 80s or she's in her 90s, and she's practically almost crying. You guys are doing a great job. Our kids can play in the park. I can see my grandchildren playing in the park. That, at the end of the day, is all you need.
What you're doing is fantastic. You've given us hope again. You've inspired us to go clean our own yard. We were stuck on the couch watching rugby, but now we actually want to go out and take some interest in our own property.
Sponsors that we're getting, we're still small. If you look at Thinus is one of the founders, Kim is one of the founders, Lisa's the secretary. I'm just there as a PR counsellor to help, because we can't just sit at home and wait for everything to decay, and we've got to make a difference. And what we're doing now, people, when I'm driving on the ride on the main road or on the side where there's grass or whatever, people go past and they hoot and they cheer, and a lot of people know me in Brakpan. So being involved with this, we make a difference.
cleaning up and making our town look decent is really a passion project for me.
I actually get goosebumps thinking about it. When we cleaned up the first park, it was like God was with us, because we cleaned up. It's a park near Rian's house. We cleaned up the park. Not a very big park. It was a bit dirty, but nothing serious. But that's where we started, and it was amazing. As soon as the park was clean, the butterflies were flying around. The kids came out to play, and I hadn't seen kids in that park for a long time. There was just a whole bunch of kids that came out to play, and then I looked at this with the butterflies flying around. I thought, wow, there's something special about what we're doing right now. Now we need to transfer that to every park. I had no idea about this book whatsoever. It was a strange thing, because we'd just done a cleanup at the park, our big park cloak, and I think it was Kim who came up and took a photo, and she knows I don't do photos, I'm behind the camera, so she came up and took a close photo of me, and I was like, what are you doing, Kim? I mean, I just finished a cleanup, so I didn't look very good, I was all sweaty and dirty. She says, no, just trust me, we need to take this photo. I said, okay, I'll take the photo. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, I had no idea this was going to be used as a character in a book. So it was a great surprise, but I was shocked.
It was actually inspired by the Clean Brakpan community, because this book was not only about getting it done, like the story done and everything. It was about putting your heart to it. Okay, so I had to find website things that had to do with the Clean Brakpan community to complete this book. So as I said before, I went to their website and found a lot of things that they were doing, and all about things. Every time you want to think about cleaning up your community, it's always green. So that's how I started with this book.
Oh, that was amazing. First, Karen, she came and she took photos, of basically this piece of Thinus, myself, Kim, Lisa, and a few characters like Stefan as well. He was part of the first cleanup that we did. And I wanted, Brian, what is this? And then when we first got the book, I was like shocked. I was like, wow, can you imagine? I think she's like 15 years old, I'm not exactly sure, writing about what we're doing. So looking at the book, we're an inspiration for a young child, saying, this is what it's about. It's not only just about cleaning, it's about, you've got the right to live in a clean city or in a clean town. You've got the right for clean water, you've got the right, that's your rights, but it doesn't happen. If you look at what's happening all over, not only Brakpan, all over, it's a mess. So being an inspiration and seeing the book is like, it's amazing, I want the next book to come, because like I said, we've done 25 projects. Can you imagine the story carrying on?
I think she was inspired by the work they are doing.
It is very important to clean up your city, clean up your town.
And to feel part of a book that the children can look up to, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Stuff like that, it just builds you up at the end of the day.
At the same time, something that can motivate to also clean up the city, and also other ideas that can inspire. And that's when I sat down and started thinking about it. And then Clean Brakpan community came, and this was my first book.
I really appreciate what you're doing here. I was so scared to drive down this road because the grass is so long. She says, now I feel safer, so things like that.
If someone reads the book, it's not their fault only, but it's also their responsibility to take care of the animals.
I'm a proud father because of what she's doing. Because a lot of young girls, they don't get to think of something like this. So I'm proud of the work that she's doing.
We need to get back what we once had. That is the way that I see Clean Brakpan right now. We need our children to go out and be safe in the streets. We need crime to decline. We want our home back.
I think if we can show people that there are people out there that care. Sorry, get emotional. if we can show people that there's people out there that care about the community,